Hey, hey, hey! It's the Pacific Northwest Geek here. Echo! Zero here. Cha! 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 And I'm here to do a retrospective, which I technically already started doing, but I forgot to hit record. But anyways, enough about that. But I'm here to do a retrospective of the 2011 game Dead Island, developed by Techland and published by Deep Silver. The game told of this island, Benoi, hopefully I'm saying the name right, where there's been a zombie outbreak. And you play as one of 4 survivors. The former NFL player who, well, he likes his booze a bit much.
Oh, man. I used to be on top of the world, brother. All-pro quarterback 4 years running. Voted the sexiest Texan in 2004. Yeah, man, I beat out Dennis Quaid and Matthew McConaughey, for Christ's sake.
The Chinese police officer who's undercover.
My father was a very great man, a chief inspector for the Hong Kong police. Even though he died when I was 10, I remember him very well. He was killed by an enforcer for the Wo-Shing-Wo triad, and I told myself then that I would follow in his footsteps and honor his memory.
The former Australian police officer turned bodyguard.
I hate rich assholes, which is fucking ironic, since I'm expected to put my bloody life on the line for them. That's what they pay me for, this pricey hotel here. To be a bodyguard for the rich and famous fuckwits who come to Benoi to blow their money.
And the rapper who's a one-hit wonder.
From the time I was 10, man, I want to rap. I was into old school freestyle rap, and I'd be kicking ass at them battles, bruh. But man, just couldn't catch a break. Nothing caught on. So, one Halloween, I come up with, "Who do you voodoo, bitch?"
Also, his one hit is called Who Do You Voodoo Bitch, which you see during the opening of the game. If I can find a video for it, I'll put that in the description. I also will, if I can find a trailer for this, it can't be that hard to find a trailer for a 13-year-old game. Can't be that hard. But anyways, in this game, you start off at the vacation resort, and you find out you're basically immune. You go around, and you run into different, you got those walkers, there's affected. There's, at that point, you run into what's called the suicide, which basically is this, if you get too close to it, it blows up. Which means if you get too close, you're screwed. Thugs, which is this big, hulking zombie. To the city, this is where you meet the Hannibal. It's like the Incredible Hulk-sized zombie with a straitjacket and a mask, and his main weak point pretty much is the opening of the back of the straitjacket right behind him, and he's serious. They call it the floater or something. From there to the jungles, where you meet, that's where you get, it's called the Butcher, which is a zombie. Apparently he's lost not just hand, but most of his forearms, save for the bones, which have turned into sharp blades, and also his face has just got a skull face. And eventually to the prison, which is, because it's 4 acts, and Act 4 ends on this prison, where during the game you talk to this guy, Ryder. Well, there's a DLC where you can play him. He turns out being the final boss of the game. It's a first-person game, by the way. And got a little story about that. I don't know if you can tell, I'm getting up there in years. But back in the 90s, with a game called Doom, there was this craze for FPS games. And I remember playing Doom, Hexen, some of the other ones. GoldenEye. Oh, man. Awesome game. Unfortunately, I started having negative reactions to them. Cold sweats, blurred vision, nausea. Felt like I was going to throw up. Felt like I was going to lose control of my bowels. I couldn't play the games. I couldn't watch others play the games. I ended up having to miss out for, wow, that was probably the late 90s. So over 10 years. I had to miss out on a lot of games. I don't know if I'd heard about this game, but eventually, probably about 2012, 2013, I picked a copy of this game up. I believe it was for either PS3 or Xbox 360. I might have been 360 because I recall playing an Xbox 360 and beating it. And I was ready to get those effects that I've been having before, that I mentioned before. This was the first game in probably 10 plus years that I was able to play without those negative effects, which has made me really love this game. And I have beaten it on the 360, the PS3, the PS4, Xbox One. I haven't beat it on the Series S. I got it for PC. I haven't beat it there. If I ever get a PS5, if it's there, I'm going to have to play it and beat it there. I've done this, played this game and done probably just about every side quest, including finding the Jason guy. While I do enjoy the game, there are certain aspects of the game that do bug me. The zombies, you can't, this is a game, playing this game on mute is the worst idea ever, because the zombies, on your map, the zombies won't show up. You got this little map, like, it'd be like right here, in this area. This area, but yeah, this area. And they won't always show up on them. In fact, they hardly do unless it's like a mission where you have to take them out, or the special zombies or bandits over here. You gotta take them out. So otherwise, if you got a mute, you're not gonna hear these zombies, which it gets quite annoying. And it will make you want to hit mute, but you don't want to, because this way you can. Because one thing I find that when you're playing the game, you hear them, and you're gonna stop and look around in the game. Okay, I can hear you. Where are you coming from? If you put it on mute, you're not gonna hear them. They're gonna get you. I've been up climbing the ladder, and I'll be like halfway, 3/4 of the way up, out of their reach, and they still hit me. Don't know how, but the biggest complaint I have with this game is it's got a stamina system. Yes. And you'll be swinging, fighting multiple enemies, so you'll go through that stamina quick, and it seems like it can take a while for that stamina to build up. They can knock you on the ground, and then you're going to have to try to keep away from them, so they can't get you while you wait for your stamina. Take a few seconds for it to go up. It is, if you want to use an example of a bad use of the stamina system in a game, it's this game. But anyways, if you've played the game and you're a fan of the franchise, this is the beginning of the franchise, why don't you put in the comments what you think about this game, and tell me what is your favorite game in this franchise. Now, I actually just recently finished live streaming gameplay of the first one and got to begin Riptide, and I'll probably do another retrospective for that game. And then eventually do Dead Island 2. I've beaten the 3 games, and I played Retro a little bit, didn't care for it, and I played Escape for Dead Island. And I think there's some other games. I think there was a mobile or online game or something, but anyways. I've also played a little bit of Dying Light, which at some point, probably during Riptide or Dead Island 2, I will address I'll talk about Dying Light. But anyways, I am the Pacific Northwest Geek, and I will see you on the flip side. Toodaloo.